Okay, so let us start our session. So today is good morning all. Today is the 14th day of our internship. Okay, so today let us explore the data structures available in Python. Last class I think we worked with face detection concept. So this is the program. Okay, let me once recall what are all the things we discussed in our previous class. So CV2 is a library, OpenCV library, which is used to work with computer vision related things. So video capture is a class. Using the object of this class, we can interact with camera. And HOR cascade classifier is the algorithm we used to detect the face. To work with that algorithm, we need this model, that XML file. We downloaded it from GitHub. Then we referred through the object cascade. Then we did in two ways. Either you can get your live image by calling cam.read, or else you can work with static image, that is group photo. In either way we can work. Okay. The thing is, if you want to detect the face, then you need to convert that colored image to gray image by calling the convert color function, and then you need to call the function detect multiscale, to which the gray image is passed, scale factor and minimum neighbors have to be informed. Then we get the faces information. Here face information will be starting point, there is xy, width and height, x, w, xy, wh we get. So we have written this for loop to fetch each face information, that is faces will be having a list of face information, a array of list. Okay, then to fetch each face information we are using this for loop. Then to draw the rectangle on the face detected, we are calling this rectangle function, and then we are displaying the image. So this is what we have done. So face detection using R cascade classifier. Now I said faces will be having list. So this is a new term for you people. That's why let us explore the topic data structures in Python. There we have so many predefined data structures which are very useful to implement real world applications. Therefore, to discuss data structures, I would prefer notebook than PyFile. That's why let us take let launch your notebook. Make sure you have selected your virtual environment. Okay, now, okay, so before getting into Python, let me recall what is the purpose of array. In C programming and C++ programming, we have come across concept called array. Okay, what is the definition of array? Array is defined as it is a list of homogeneous data items. This is the definition of array in C, C++. Okay, array means it is a list. It helps to handle multiple data items. So when it is required to handle group of data, then we prefer array. For example, if you are asked to find the sum of two numbers, two integer variables are enough. If you are asked to find the sum of 20 integer numbers, then declaration of variables itself is a biggest task. Then we prefer a variable which is helpful to handle group of data. For that purpose, we have array int a of 20. So what does it mean? A is an array in which we can store 20 integers. Therefore, the necessity of array comes when you supposed to handle group of data. If we are working with two or three variables, not variables are enough. So when it is required to handle multiple data items, then array finds very useful. Okay. Then this is array. Okay. In C, every array is a homogeneous type. I mean, you can put only similar type of data items. It is not possible to put data items of different types in a array. That's why we call it as homogeneous. Okay. So when it comes to Python, here the concept of array can be implemented using list. So we have a data structure called list. Okay. The characteristics of this list is, you need to remember few points. So it is generic in the sense it can hold data items of different types, one integer, one float, another string, another object. In this way, it is generic and dynamic. What does it mean? Dynamic means during execution of the program, either you can increase or decrease the size. Okay, it is generic and dynamic, first point. And the next point is it is represented by square bracket. It is represented by square bracket. Okay, and another standard definition we have which represents its attributes. So list is ordered in the sense items are stored in the sequence of index values. That's why we call it as it is ordered. It is mutable in the sense during execution of the program you can change the content, mutable, and allows duplicate values. So this is the general definition, general characteristics of a list. It is an array. It is a generic and dynamic array. It is represented by square bracket, and the characteristics are it is ordered, mutable, and allows duplicate values. Okay, let me show one example so that you will have an idea. Okay, here let us discuss list in Python. Okay, let us take one list. So list L is equal to within square bracket 10, 20, 30. So this is an example of list. Let me give one more example. L now city is equal to dg bhg. This is also a list. List items is equal to 10, 2.2, banana, ba, na. This is also a list. Okay, or else student is equal to 6. See, here I will use one more list. 10 Feb. This is also a list. Okay. So here we have similar type of data items, integer. Here we have string list. Here it is a combination of int, float, and also string. Here it is having list as a list item. This is also a possible. Okay. These are all the examples of list. Based on our requirement, based on our necessity, we can use the list. Okay, so if you want to display them just using print statement, you can display, no issues. Print, let me print my first list, that is L. Print L, and also I will display the type of it. Let me execute it. See, the L is 10, 20, 30. The data type is class list. Similarly, let me display student. See here, the list is 25, 6, and another list. The data type is list. So this is very simple. Okay, try to execute this. Try ಮಾಡಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಟ್ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದನ್ನ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. Try to execute this. Darshan, got it, fine. Okay, Pratham, done. Okay, so let us add one comment here. List is ordered, then mutable allows duplicate values. So this point one need to remember with respect to list. Okay. The meaning of ordered is the index of 10 is 0, index of 20 is 1, and index of 30 is 2. Since all items are stored in an order, that's why we call it as ordered. Mutable means we can modify it. Allows duplicate values. Let me show practically this one. This is my list 20, 30, 40. Okay. Let us display value present in or index 1. Yeah, 30. That's why it is ordered. Okay. Then mutable. Mutable in the sense you can alter L of 1 is equal to 100. Print L. So it has got modified. That's why mutable. Allows duplicate values in the sense a list can have similar type of data items. 30, 20, 20. No issues. It works. That's it. So ordered, mutable, allows duplicate values. This is what actually it means. Okay. And another thing is we can add items to list dynamically. Okay. The next thing is we can add items dynamically. We can add dynamically. What does it mean? Let me take one list like this. This is also possible. We are creating list object. Right now it is empty. If you try to print, it would say list is empty. It is empty list. The list is empty. Okay. We can add items to list dynamically. For example, L dot, we have a function called append. Append. Let me add integer 10 now. 10. And then I will add Feb. Then I will add 2000. Okay. So it is possible. Print L. See, 10 Feb 2000. Fine. So dynamically we can add items to list by calling append function. Using append function you can add items to list. Possible. Try to execute this piece of code. Adding items to list dynamically by calling append function. Got it? Okay, Darshan got it. Fine. Okay, Pratham. Now, after adding, let us learn how to remove items. Removing items from list. So we have a function called pop. By calling pop function, we can remove the items. Okay, let me display. The list is L. This is my list. Okay, let me remove one item. Print after popping one item. List is okay. Let me call the function pop here. L dot pop. So I have called the function pop. Let us see how it looks like. See, one item got removed, that is 2000. Last added item got deleted first, that is 2000 got deleted. Okay. After popping, the list looks like 10, 5. Let me call once again this and one more time. So you can see how it looks like. 10. Okay. After popping one item, list is empty. Okay. Because of this line, I think we got error. Nothing is there. That's why. Let me comment it out. Index error. Oh, yeah, I'm getting index error. Pop from empty list. Okay. I have done one pop here. Print list. One pop first item. Second pop second item. Okay, okay, no problem. Let me execute from here. Now it is clear. List is 10 Feb 2000. After popping one item, it is 10 Feb. After popping one item, it is 10. Okay, let me remove this comment and show. So you need to execute both the blocks. That's why I'm pressing this down arrow. Here what happens, this block and next block which comes both get executed. Now it is working as expected. The list earlier it is like this. After popping it becomes 10 Feb. After removing second item it is Feb, it is 10. After removing 10 it is empty. This is how it looks like. Okay. Try to execute this code. Try to execute this code. Okay, got it, Pratham. Fine. Now, Darshan, did you try? Okay, fine. Now, let us try to use for loop and list. Let us try to iterate through the list. Another application of for loop. While discussing for loop, I had told for loop is used to iterate through data structures like list, tuple, dictionary. We have worked only with range function and for loop. Now, since we are exploring list, let us try to understand how to use for loop and list together. Okay, so let me take one list here. L is equal to 10, 20, 13, 4, 5, 67, 8. Okay, this is my list. Okay, if you want to print this list directly, you can print like this. Okay, fine. But what I want is I want to put some condition on each number. I mean, I would like to count how many even and odd numbers are there in a list. If you want to find out even and odd numbers in a list, then you need to fetch each item in the list and then apply your condition. Therefore, to fetch each item in the list, let me put one comment here, iterating through list. Iterating through list. Okay, how to do that? So for I in after in instead of range, let us mention the list name L. So what does it mean? Fetch each item from the list and put it in I. The variable I will be having each item from the list. Okay, let me show you by displaying print I end is equal to comma. What does it mean? After displaying each number, I would like to put comma. Okay, so this is my list and for loop iterates through the list. Simple. So we were able to fetch each item present in the list. Okay. If you want to find out even and odd numbers, if I mod 2 is equal to 0, if the item happens to be even, let me in e count plus is equal to 1. What is even e count? It is a variable used to count even numbers. If the condition is false, o count plus is equal to 1. So let us declare them here. Let us initialize with values 0. Okay, and then after exiting from loop, see, when cursor is in the line of F, you are outside the for loop. Okay, let us display the summary here. List is, this is my list. Okay, even and odd numbers in the list. Even numbers, even numbers count, number of even number, number of even numbers is a count. Similarly, number of odd numbers o count. Okay, let me execute it. Yes, the list is 10, 20, 13, 4, 5, 67, 8. Even numbers 4 big Y, 10, 20, 4, 8. Correct. There are 4 even numbers and 3 odd numbers. See, in this way, we can iterate through the list using for loop and put our business logic on each item. Okay, try to execute this code. Try to execute this. So while writing the code, pay attention to indentation. Indentation is important. Okay, Darshan got it. Fine. Okay, Pratham, got it. Good. Okay. So this is how we can iterate through the list, and let us do one more program. Okay, here just we are counting the even and odd numbers. Let us try to create a list having even and odd numbers. Okay, this is our main list. Let us create another list, another two list to store even and odd numbers. Okay, let me take one more new block here. So let us create, let us add items to list, add items to list dynamically. Okay, so I will take two lists here, e list, even list. This is an empty list, odd list. This is an empty list. See, to create empty list, either you can use this empty square brackets, or you can call the class, you can create object by calling list class. We have two options. Okay, so these are empty list. Now my idea is to check if 10 is even, I will add that to even list. If 13 is odd, I will add that to odd list. Okay, so let us go through the for loop for item in list. Okay, if item happens to be even, if item mod 2 is equal to 0, if item is even, let me add item to even list, even underscore list dot append item, else odd underscore list dot append item. So simple. L is my main list, even and odd list are another two lists. If I'm sorting out the numbers based on whether they're even or odd. Okay, let me display here my result. Even numbers in the list are even list, even underscore list. Similarly, odd numbers, odd list. Okay, so let me execute it. Before that, let me display the main list. Uh, main list is L. Okay, let me execute it. Yeah, the main list is 10, 20, 34, 13, 4, 5, 67, 8. Even numbers in the list are 10, 24, 8. Odd numbers in the list are 13, 5, 67. Simple. Okay, try to execute it. Just you need to take two empty list, iterate through the main list, apply your business logic. If number happens to be even, add to even list, otherwise add to odd list. Okay, Darshan, fine, got it. Okay, fine, fine. Both both are got the output, fine. Okay. See, this is to create a list. We have followed. We have created one empty list. Then we are adding items to list by calling append function. This is normal way. We have an advanced technique to create the list and iterate through the list in a single line. Instead of writing lengthy code, just by writing a one line of code, you can iterate through the list, apply your business logic, and also you can create your list. The technique is called list comprehension. We have a technique called list comprehension that is very useful and important one. So let me discuss that topic tomorrow because many students are absent. That is important topic. So let us discuss list comprehension tomorrow. Okay. So let us stop at this stage now, and we shall continue tomorrow from list comprehension. Okay. Thank you.